Hello guys, my name is TheRussianBadger, and the first thing that I'd like to tell you is that I did the top 10 plays for Hazard Cinema, the whole Battlefield top 10 plays thing, week number 20 I believe, so if you guys would like to go see that, I'll leave a link in the description. I can't tell if I'm any good at it yet. It's either like, Badger, that was either terrible or extremely mediocre. I can't tell at this point. Well, beyond that, I'd like to say that we're back in Nam with Lieutenant Dan. You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. And there's so many movie lines that instantly pop in my brain as soon as I think of Vietnam. Just that and, oh god, Tropic Thunder. What is it? Other than never going full retard, it's survive. And I'm the dude that plays the dude, Scott, and another dude. I can't tell if I like that movie. I can't remember that movie all that well, other than the stink movie lines. But at this, okay, you saw for that split second there, how I look like a dead duck in the side of the helicopter. Yet again, it happens so many times. Windows Basic, like, okay, I just get this notification that just pops up and says, Badger, would you like to switch to Windows Basic? We sense that your computer's having quite the struggle fest, despite the fact that you have a 2500K at 4.8 gigahertz and you have two GTX 670s. How is that even possible, Mr. Bill Gates? That's just... Bill Gates, you just went full plebeian, no lie. And okay, I thought I was going to get at least a quadra kill back here. I was robbed. I got one kill, but this is the key. You always want to distract a bunch of guys towards your position while the AM-com's armed, and look, freeze. So free. That M-com is so free when you distract enough of the enemy team to the back of the spawn. And okay, Mr. Bald Monster, this isn't cool. Okay, so I end up getting shot by this... I don't know if I can call him a bush monster because he's wearing like a LeBron James sweatband over his eye that probably works anyway. So I said, the one counter to recon players is to go in a gigantic brick that is surrounded in metal. That's probably going to work out in my favor. And you can easily tell that I have such a... It's very, very frustrating in terms of... Reload, you... Got him, finally. But you can tell, it is such a painstakingly long time in between reloads. I guess I could have mitigated that by doing, you know, oh, baby, I didn't even kill that guy. Like, every time, this is the tank syndrome. And I end up direct impacting that guy. And you're going to have a bad day if you get hit directly in the face with a tank shell. From what I hear, that's not a good time. But I wanted to say that that is the syndrome with the tanks in Vietnam, okay? Every time you shoot at somebody, it took you like 20 minutes to reload. It's like the FAMAS on steroids in terms of reload time. As soon as you fire, he instantly gets picked up by somebody else, shot in the face by some other recon out in the middle of nowhere, and you get nothing. You don't get an assist, you don't get a kill, and yes, okay. This is another part of Vietnam that is sort of frustrating, but can also be very, very advantageous if you're using your tank correctly. This is what I think about Vietnam. There is little to no cover in Vietnam. There is a lot of concealment, but it's like, yeah, bro, that's concealment, but I can still fire bullets through it, and oh, what do you know, Mr. Catfish Game? Go ahead and switch me to the other team. And I said, I'm not going to let that deter me from winning the game. It's like I can win on the attacking side, I can win on the defending side. I just got to put the team on my back, though. Shannon Chopper, the hardest hitting safety in the league, though. It's like, look. I don't know how many bullets I hit this guy with. I thought the nade would kill him. I thought the RPG would kill him because most of the time it's, especially in Vietnam and Bad Company 2, and there's a perfect example. The guy, that is not cover, that is concealment. I can't always see you, but that is not cover. That will not stop the bullets that I'm firing at your face. It's like, even if you're behind some kind of, even if it's like 3 different sheets of wood, it's like, I'm still gonna shoot you in your stupid face for eating the last of the pizza rolls, especially that guy. Yes, there's big rocks like this, like, this is one of the few pieces of actual cover in all of Vietnam and all of the expansions, unless it's like the Stone Palace, or like, more of a stone formation, or it's a gigantic boulder, you can shoot through it. So it's pretty well, you got the hard earth, and then you got rocks, the earth. And I thought, oh, if I stand still, don't look at me, Mr. Tank. And then, oh, I juked him out. Peace. Oh, I guess not. For that first few seconds, I was like, peace, Tank, I'm out. God, I guess not. I guess you just blew off my lower torso with one shot of your tank shell. And I thought I would be so cheeky. I'd be like, Come on, Carl. Come on, Carl. Spawn the jet. I need... Or not the jet. Oh, I always think of the jet. I always think of the jet when I think of aircraft now. But I was waiting for the Huey because they had already moved up to the next base because my team was just... My team wasn't doing too well, but we did eventually sort of... I don't know how to put this specifically. We really dug in deep, if I want to say it that. It had... The PPSH, I don't want to say it's an easy button, but I'm not going to say it's a bad gun. I can't stand here and say, like, this is genuinely not a, like, absolute killing machine that threads anything within inside 50 meters. It's just, it's extremely deadly. So I thought to myself, do I want to steal the helicopter, or do I want to steal the tank? And this guy's like, oh, I guess I'm going to take off. And of course, knowing my luck, I get a guy that's not the pilot, and he's just chilling up there. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with Bad Company 2 Vietnam, conventional bullets do damage the helicopter, so that wasn't just... You're like, Badger, do you just get like 25 hit markers on the pilot? That's not actually. It's just any conventional bullet will give you a hit marker because it actually... Any kind of bullet damages the Huey in Bad Company 2 Vietnam. Yet again, I didn't get the helicopter, and I didn't get the tank, so I said... I don't approve your conduct of the team, and it just turned into number one. Give me your sandwich, dog. Give me your sandwich, dog. And that's not even the end of it. It's like, okay. So if everyone's a bush monster, or sort of a beret monster in this specific case, and everybody's behind a rock, where can I find him? Here's another guy. Give me your sandwich, dog. And it just doesn't end. It doesn't end. Like there's. Give me your sandwich. That's so many. Okay, that's enough. Like, I am well fed at this point. I don't need any more. But the shame is, the real shame is that, look, okay, I'm sneaking up. I think that I'm going to pick up at least a double, if not a triple kill right here, right? And then, oh, look, this is the wonderful world of respawns. Look, one of the guys that I just knifed in the back of the head. I almost said the back of the face. This reminds me of like a Max Payne video. But okay, look, one of the guys that I just previously knifed. Oh look, I spawn back in and I snipe you because I know the exact route that you're going to take to your own set of MCOPs. That's the joys of running so slowly. I don't know what that's all about. But I really do like this last base in terms of the defending side just because it's so easy. It's so easy. Number one, you have a lot of cover behind this AOMCOM that you can just chill. There's all these huge wood boards, like the sand and the wood planks, whatever that is. It's like basically just like huge... It's just huge overturned trees that are actual cover. None of this concealment business. Like, you can see a lot of the buildings are just... Oh my god, man. I think I could put a thumbtack through that wall. Seriously. Like, how is that supposed to stop bullets? A lot of these buildings are just concealment. But this last base... We have this huge hill advantage. Not only do they have to either go up a hill or go through this stream, but every single time they are silhouetted against the sun, and it's just easy mode engaged. Even with the PPSH, which is not extremely good at range, but it's good enough to get it done at range if you have a jump on the guy. But even in Vietnam, like there's another guy getting taken down. Even in Vietnam, every gun is pretty deadly. It's pretty deadly. Now granted, it's not as... And that's just another situation where I jump on him a little bit earlier than he jumped on me, and I happen to win the engagement because I burst correctly. And yes, there are no scopes. Let me say that separately. There are no scopes in Vietnam. I know. Every time I think of no scope, I think all you guys just instantly, oh man, was that like a drag scope or a dark scope? Yeah, so awesome, dude. No scopes are cool. It's like, no, there are no. Let's say it this way. There are no attachments for the sights of the weapons in Vietnam. That's not the way it works. Everybody's got to use iron sights, with the exception of the recon rifles, which is like the M40, which you will see in the outro, okay? For the bonus clip, I will show you an M40, and it is wonderful, if you ask me. I don't know what it is. I remember that Mass Death and Duckling and Enigma were all really, really good with it. I don't think it's particularly hard to use because the one-shot body shot of the M40 is actually a pretty long distance. But yet again, just finding any kind of solid piece of earth that you can clip off of, a rock, a set of stairs like I am right here, it gives you such an advantage on this last base. It's not even funny because everybody's gotta, like, their only routes of attack are through this gigantic open space that you're just looking there, you're just like, wait, Pow! Right in the kisser, just like as soon as he gets up there. Now granted, okay, I have to easily say that guy really outplayed me in that situation. Not only is he's not using Magnum and he's using a Thompson. I really should have slaughtered him in that situation. Like I easily should have won that gunfight, but I got really outplayed there because he's not even using Magnum. So he has to hit me with a lot more bullets than I have to hit him with. And this was awkward. Okay, so I throw the grenade. I thought somebody was on it. I decided to sacrifice, like, okay, I'll take a little bit of damage from my own grenade if it means shooting the guy that's arming the objective. And then as soon as I get up, I'm so damaged that I'm terrible at this game. Why do I even bother playing? And that's another thing that I can easily say about Vietnam, is that you will die so much more. You will die so much more than BC2 vanilla. You will die a lot more than Battlefield 3, and the revives are not as prevalent because virtually everybody plays either Recon for the M40 or the Assault Class for the AK-47. There's a lot of guys with the PPSH as well, but it's just, people are just playing for guns, and you'll notice you just die, because there's no buildings that you can lurk in, there's no secret sort of hack routes down alleys and across little planks and everything else. It's just open terrain. If you don't find a piece of earth or some rocks or stones or like a temple to hide in, you're going to get lit up really, really quickly, and the bullets do a ton of damage. So that's sort of Bad Company 2 Vietnam in a nutshell, if I want to say that. And I'm going to end the commentary just a little bit early here because I want you to hear the end. Bad Company 2 Vietnam got it so right in terms of how immersive the game was, and just the end game commentary and the music in this expansion pack is so wonderful. So I'll leave you with this. I'll see you guys next time. Auf Wiedersehen und bis bald und later.
All branches into action, including fighter jet squadrons, helicopter units, and armored vehicles of all types. Following the media briefing, CENTCOM provided these choice words. The NVA are about to feel the full wrath of American might.